So hello guys, how are you? I hope you all are good. So today we will try to complete our playlist. As I am seeing like my videos are going too long, so that's why I have decided to code from the previously, and only in this video I will tell you like how to solve problem, and I will explain you the problem, and I will also explain you the code about the problem. So without wasting your time, let's move toward the Snakify and solve all the problems. So yeah, here we have open our browser and go to Snakify, and let's see the remaining problems. So we have completed the while loop problems. So next today we will see from the list to onwards. So first problem statement is about here we have to find the even indexes. So here you can see I will remove all this unnecessary stuff from here. So basically from the question what it is given, like we will have an input of the number. So if I can say what is a list, so list is nothing but it is represented by these type square braces. So list may be if I can give you an example. So suppose our mother says to us, go to the market and bring household materials. So in household material she mentioned some of the items that we have to brought from the market. So basically this is a list which contain the items related to our household. So we can say like this. So by this we can represent our list. And so here we have an given number of list of numbers, and in that we have to find the even indexes. So as I have told you, list indexes start from the 0. So this is our 0 index, this is our 1, 2, 3 and 4. If I copy these numbers, suppose if I would write here the numbers as 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this is its 0 index, this is its 1, 2, 3 and 4. We have to find the even, here it is given as we have to find the even elements. So whatever the even elements are there in the our list of numbers, so we have to find it. So for example, this is our even number, and wait, I have done a little mistake. Basically what I have to print here, see the output, I have to print 1, 3 and 5. I have to print 1, 3 and 5. So here it is clearly mentioned in the problem. So we have given a list of numbers and we have to find all the list elements with an given index. So we have to print its index also. So in whichever index the element is here, we have to print that. So see, this is our 0 index and this is our second index. So if we can keep on calculating our indexes, so this is our even index, first one is in which we are getting this one. So 1 will also include in our input, so 0 is a even number. So next we would consider this 2 index is our even index, and element on the even index is 3, so we can also include this 3 in our output. And next even index is 4, and here element is given in our list is 5, so we can also include this. So that's it we have to do here, and let's see its code. So I have already done its code in the VS Code, so I will show you. So this is the problem related to the lists. So I have done here the code for the list. So this problem name is even indexes, and yeah, I will copy this code and paste it here, and let's run the problem statement. Yeah, we are getting correct output, and let's check our solution for all the test cases. Yeah, it is working fine. So basically here it is, here what we have done here. First of all, we are taking input from the user by using this input function, and here is a new term that we have used here, split method. So basically split method in Python, it splits a string into list. So as you can see, this is a list of numbers. For that we have used here split method, and it is returning us another list. So yeah, So this is about this problem statement. Now let's jump to the next problem statement. Next problem statement is about even elements. So here we have given in condition we would not use here range function, and I would remove all the stuff from here first of all. And see here, this is our input which is given to us, and we have to find the correct output as this. So in this problem statement we have to print all the elements that are even number. So see here, this is the input, and in that we have to check like 2 is our input number and 4 is our input number. So 2 is repeating twice, so we can calculate, we can add on this in our output. So we are getting as something 2, 2 and 4. This is our output. So that's it, we are getting correct output. That's it, code for it. So this is problem about even elements. So let's go to the Visual Studio and let's copy this code from here. I would also enable this code in the description from where you can refer this. So I will copy and paste it. If I would run this, I'm getting the correct output. So if I check my solution for all the test cases, it is working fine. So basically what we are doing here, we are taking input from the user using a for loop. Using for loop, I am taking input, and here in the for loop I am using here split method. As I have told you, like I am taking a list of numbers, so for that I have used here split method. And split method, there is by default separator there. In that split method takes argument, so by default its argument is space. So as you can see in the numbers, we have a default separator which is space, so that's why we are using a split method. And next we have again used for loop, and then we are iterating over our whole numbers and checking if there is any number that is divisible by 2, that is even number. We are simply printing it. Yeah, so let's move toward the next problem statement. Next problem statement is about greater than the previous. So here again I will remove all this stuff which is unnecessary, and see here the test cases. Test cases are given as such. We have to print the numbers that are greater than its previous. So this is number, first number, and its previous number is smaller and this number is greater. So simply I would include this number in our output, and while going toward the next number, 2 is a smaller number as compared to 4. If we compare these both, so I will also include this 4 in our output. So that's it, we have to find. So if I compare this last one number, even there is no number to whom I would compare it. So that's it, we have to print in our output. So let's see its code. I would simply copy its code from here. So what is the problem statement name? Problem statement name is about greater than the previous. So I will copy this from here and simply paste it here. And if I run this, I am getting the correct output. If I would check our solution for all the test cases, it is working fine. So let's see the next problem statement. So if you feel like my video is going too fast or something, you can comment me which problem you are not getting. I would again explain it, and even I would try to make another video on that problem statement and try to explain you in very brief. Here in this video I am going to try to explain everything in very brief. Basically as I am seeing like the length of the videos is going too long, for that I am making point to point content here. So next problem statement is about the neighbors of the same size sign. So here what we have to find here. So here you can see we have given a list of numbers, in that the numbers may be of negative type or positive. So see here, it is given like we have to check wherever first adjacent numbers we will find here. So adjacent numbers are nothing which are neighbors. So and in the condition is given as such, and the both neighbors may be in the positive. So if I would check this 1 and 2, so one is negative and other is positive, so I will ignore this. I will move towards the next pair. So if I check 2 and 3, these are both positive numbers, and this is my first adjacent number I will consider, and will simply print it. So that's it. I will remove all this stuff from here and copy the code from the VS Code and paste it here, and let's check it is working for fine, working for all my test cases or not. So I will copy this and paste it here. If I would run this, no, this is the wrong code that I have copied. I will remove this. This problem statement name is neighbor of the same size sign, neighbor of the same sign. So yeah, Yeah, I would paste it and run it. Yeah, I am getting correct output, and if I would check my solution for all the test cases, it is working fine. So let's move toward the next problem statement. Next problem statement is both the greater than the neighbor. So here you can see we have already given an list of numbers, and in that you can see we have a given condition here. We have to check if any of our neighbor is greater than the other, and see here given a list of number, and we have to determine and print the quantity of elements that are greater than. We have to print the same numbers in the list which are coming together, and we would not consider the numbers as greater, the first one and the last index, even they are too far, so we would not consider it in our answer. So that's it. Here we are not getting any number, so that's it. Here in the output we can print 0. So if I copy my solution, previous one that I have copied earlier, if I would paste it here, I am getting 0, and it is correct, wherein it is working fine for all the test cases. So if I can explain this, I have simply taking input from the user, and using print method I am able to take a list of numbers between space between them, and then I am taking a variable name counter here, and then I am applying simply logic. I am using a for loop and checking the whole length of the numbers, and then simply -1 we are doing here the length to the length of the total list, and then I am incrementing my counter, and then simply printing my counter, nothing else. So if you doesn't get the problem, I would again explain you. The first and the last items of the list should not be considered, as I have told you. Like this is the first and the last item, so we would not consider. Basically these are not neighbors, so we have to check our solution for the neighbors only. And yeah, I hope you have get it what I mean to say. Here you can see these two numbers are coming twice, so and they are also we can say we have to print the quantity of elements. Here the quantity of elements is twice they are coming, so we will consider it. So 5 is coming 2 times, so we will print in our output 2. So next problem statement is about the largest number, largest element. So here you can see we have to print the largest element. So what we have to find, we have a given a list of numbers, so determine the element in the list with the largest value, and print the value of the largest element and then the indexes of the number. So here what we have to print, first simply I will remove firstly all of this content from here, and then we have given number as such. I have given number as 1, 2, 3, and then 2 and 1. So its indexes start from 0, 1, 2 and 3 and 4. So we have to print the largest number. So in the whole list of numbers we have largest number as 3, and we have to print number 3 with its index, so its index is 2. So that's it, we have to print in our output 2 and 3. First is index and then the element itself. So if I would copy its code from the VS Code and paste it here, then the largest element code is this. I would copy it and paste it here and check my solution. If I would run this, it is working fine for all the test cases. Here we are doing nothing, but we are checking here. See here, first of all we are taking input from the we are taking a variable b and we are assigning it to 0, and then we are taking input from the user about the list of numbers separated with the space, and then we are taking here for loop and we are checking, we are iterating over the whole list, and then we are adding a check condition here, then checking each an element manually, like is it greater, and after that on which if we get that element, then we are checking in which index it is, and then we are simply printing it. So let's check the next problem statement. Next problem statement is about the number of distinct elements. So in the problem statement we have to print here, like this is the number of elements given to us, and you can see how many distinct elements we have. So this is one distinct element, that is 1. This is second distinct element, that is 2, and this is the same, so we would not consider it another time. So this is 3. So totally we have 3 distinct elements. So that's it, we have to find, we have to print in our output as 3. So if I would copy its code from the VS Code and paste it here. So don't worry if you are not getting anything, you can simply comment me, I will anytime help you. So I will run my program and I am getting correct output. If I would check my solution for all the test cases, it is working. So let's see the next let's see what we have done here in the code. First of all, we are taking input from the user using split method, and we are taking a variable name and we are assigning it to 1, and after that again I am using a for loop and then checking for the iterating my over the whole list, and then we are adding a check condition here. Is my there is no any element that is coming twice, so we would not consider it. So then we are incrementing the value of n and simply printing the value of n. So let's see the next problem statement. Next problem statement is about the swap the neighbors. So firstly I will remove the unnecessary stuff from here and see the input cases directly. So here we have input we have here input given as 1 2 3 4 5, that is a list of numbers, and we have to see here given a list of number and swap the adjacent elements in the pair. And as such, how we have to do 0 index first index with 0 and 1 and okay. So what we have to do here, basically we have given number as 1 2 3 and 4 and 5 suppose. So we have to swap this 2 number with 1 and 4 number with 3 and 3 with 4. So the last one we have to remain it as it is. So if there is any odd numbers list we have, so if there is an even list, then we wouldn't consider would not face any such problem that there is any element remaining. So we have to simply print 2 1. If we would swap this, so we would get this 2 1 4 3 and the remaining last one as it is. So that's it we have to do here. Let's copy the code from the VS Code and paste it on the Snakify. So this problem statement name is about swap neighbors. Okay, so I would copy its code from the and run this. So we are getting correct output, and let's check our solution for all the test cases. It is working fine. So yeah, here we are doing firstly taking input from the user using split method, as I have told you from the first problem statement. Like here we are using split method, and by default like we are taking our list as an input in by giving spaces in between them. So for that we are using a split methods, and by default split method takes an argument that is space, and then we are iterating over our whole list, and then we are checking then we are just only swapping the numbers, and then simply we are printing that numbers. And next we have to swap min and max. So in this problem statement again we have a given list of numbers, and in that we have to swap the maximum number with the minimum number. So in this case here we have a list of numbers. So here in this you can see what is the first of read the. So given a list of unique number and swap the minimum and maximum element of this list. So in this, if you can see the maximum and the minimum element of the list, so it is maximum is 5 and the minimum element is 1. So we have to just in place of 5 we have to place 1, and just place of 1 we have to place 5. So that's it, we have to replace the maximum element in with the minimum element. So I hope you have get the problem. So I would copy its code from here. So min and max, and simply paste it on the Snakify. If I would run this, I am getting correct output. As you can see here, I am able to swap the numbers, and if I check my solution for all the test cases, it is working very much fine. So let's see what we have done in the code. Firstly, we are taking an input from the user, and then we are considering two variables m and n, and then we are iterating our whole list, and then adding two check conditions here, like is my first of all I would adding a check condition for finding the maximum element, and then I am adding here condition for finding the minimum element, and then simply printing that. So here new term you can see here we are using here join. So join is nothing but join is a method in that takes all the items in an iterative level and joins them into string. So basically that whatever new values, fresh values, the minimum and the maximum we are getting, so we are simply including it in our output. So that for that we are using a join. So join is nothing but a we can see conjunction or something that helps to join to strings. So we are getting new string, as you can see here, this is our old one list and we are getting a new list. For that we are using a join. So the next problem statement is about the number of pairs, or equal or not. So simply, first of all, let's see its input test case is given to us, and we have to in this we have to find what. So we have given a list of number and count how many element pair or pair have the same value, and any two elements that are equal to each other should be counted exactly once. So here you can see we have a given list of numbers, and in that I would we have to add the whole list, and if any number is there that is coming twice, I would consider it once. So here you can see this number and this number which is coming twice, so I will simply print its count, that is how many number of times it is coming. There are two numbers that are same in the whole list and it is coming twice, so I will simply print 2. So let's see its code, and I would paste it here. So the problem statement name is about the number of pairs are equal or not. So the problem statement is here. Yeah, I would simply copy this code from here and simply paste it here, and I am getting correct output. I will check my solution for all the test cases, it is working. So we are doing nothing here, but we are taking input from the user and simply taking a variable name C and assigning it to 0, and then we are iterating over the whole list, and then again we are using a nested loops, and then we are adding a check condition is we are getting any same number again, and then simply updating my count C, and then I am simply printing my C here, so I will get the correct output. So after that, the problem statement is about unique elements. So we have I will remove this unnecessary stuff from here, and we have to see here how many unique numbers I have here in my list. So given a list of numbers, find and print the number of element that appear in the list only once. So here you can see the one is coming in the list only once, so that's it. We have to print here how many numbers. So let's see its code for yeah. So the problem statement is about unique. So I will copy this code from here and simply paste it on the Snakify. I will run this, getting correct output, and if I check my solution for all the test cases, they working fine. So I hope by doing this my videos speed up, and even I am trying to give more and more content to you. If you are feeling like I am going too fast or something, I have to do code or something, then you can tell me. I would make short videos, and yeah, I would try to improve further in the upcoming videos. So next problem is about queuing. So queuing, so everyone, those who have played chess, they very much known about the queuing. So in this problem statement we have given simple, we have to check there is 8 cross 8 chessboard is given to us, and we have to place 8 queens on the chessboard. So user will enter the pair on which row and column the queen is placed, and we have to check like is the queen is able to move to the next position or not. So if it is able to move, then we have to print yes. If it is not able to move, then we can say no. So yeah, print no if queen can attack on each other. So we have also check here like if queen can attack, if no can like we can say see here we have given if no queen can attack on each other. So if we place two queens on the both rows, so there might be condition, even as you know, like queen can move either on the vertically, horizontally or diagonally. So we would not be able to place as such, we would not be able to place our queen as such. So we have to print we have to check it for all the test cases. So for that we have to, if they can attack to each other, then we have to print yes. If they cannot, then we have to print no. So let's copy its code from the VS Code and paste it. So yeah, I will check run my code and check. Yeah, and then simply check my solution for all the rest cases. I hope you have got the question what I mean to say. So this here you can see these input pairs are nothing but first one is for the rows and other one is for the column. So you can make a chessboard and imagine like if the queen can attack on that or not. So next problem statement is about bowling alley. So if you have ever played this game, then you might be this problem statement is very much simple for you. So this problem statement is about bowling alley. So if I can go to the Google and show you what is a bowling alley, then you will be able to understand much better. So see here, bowling alley is nothing but the game where we have a ball and we have to down these obstacles which are given there with the help of ball, and we have to knock all the objects which are placed here. So this is a game which is known as bowling alley, and we have to see here how many objects that are not be able to fallen down, knocked down by our ball. So we have to print it. So let's see its code for it. And the bowling alley. So yeah, we'll paste it and run it. Yeah, we have to print like the obstacles which are objects which are not be able to knock down. So for that we have to print this I, and the objects which are knocked down we have to print for that this dot. So if I check my solution for all that cases, it is working fine. I hope all these list questions are very much quite clear to you. Now we will see our next problems about the functions and the recursion. So functions and recursion is nothing but recursion means calling a function itself. So basically it reduces our code time complexity and all. If I can go there to explain you recursion and functions. So this is our not considering. If you need it, I would make another video about that. You can comment me, I will make a video regarding that and explain you in deep in that video. So first let's see the problem statement. So for function we have basically syntax as such. We will have to write def in Python and then space and the name of the function, the braces, and then colon, and under the colon whatever print statement we want to print we have to write it. So here the length of the segment we have to find. So simply we have given we have to use here the distance formula. If you are a mathematical student, you might be able to know what is the distance formula. So distance formula is nothing but we have to find the Cartesian, we have to find here Cartesian coordinates. So Cartesian coordinates we can able to find using under root of x minus y2 and its power with 2. We will make we can find it. I will show you the code of this problem. So I will close this and then simply goes toward the this problem is about length. I will copy this code and explain you what we have done here. So see here, we have to simply use this formula here, the formula which is I am telling you. To use under root and then whatever 4 coordinates we will take, we will simply find its square root and then add both y1 minus y2. We will simply do that and we have to print it whatever our answer is there. So here you can see I am taking 4 numbers input from the user and then simply making a function. So like this we can make a function. Function also sets arguments. So in the braces we have to write here the arguments and all, and then simply we are returning our, as I have told you about that formula, that is Cartesian, finding the Cartesian coordinates, and here I am calling the function. So if I run this, I am getting the correct output whatever my distance is. So if I check my solution, it is working fine for all the rest cases. Now let's see the next problem statement, which is about negative exponent. So these problems, first of all I will remove this unnecessary stuff from here, and in this problem statement it is given as we have to find the explanation power of the number. So using here we have to write a function here, and using function we have to solve this problem. So I will copy this code from here and simply paste it on the Snakify. So here you can see I am first of all taking input from the user about the two numbers, that is first one is the negative and the positive, and simply calling that function here only. So I am passing that two arguments that I am taking input from the user. The first one is the number and then the power, which is negative. So I am passing that argument in my function and then simply adding a check condition. If I am checking like is my n is equal to 0, then I am simply returning 1, else I would apply my logic for finding the exponential power. So if I run this, I am getting what I am getting, internal JavaScript error, range error, maximum call exceeded. So if I reload my Snakify problem, I will remove this stuff from here and simply paste this code here. Again I am getting same error. Is I have copied something wrong here. By the way, we will leave this problem and let's move towards the next problem statement. I have told you how we can solve this problem statement. I will update its code in the description. You can see from here. Even I have told you what we have to find here. You can find itself. So we have to in this problem statement, whatever input we have given, we have to change its first letter from the lowercase to uppercase. So that's it we have to do here. Let's see its code. I will copy this code from here, and here we have to use in the functions and all. We have to make functions and all, and then taking input from the user. So here you can see here I am taking string input from the user and then iterating over the whole string, and then I am simply making here a function name capitalize, and I am making here the first letter as capital. So using xi value, I am able to change this string's value. If I check my solution for all the test cases, it is working fine. So I will also run this. Here you can see we have to simply change only the small letter, first letter of the string with capital letter. So next is about the exponential power. So here we have to find the exponential power of the number. So 2 into 3 is simply 8. So we have to find this. So if I would copy its code from here and then simply paste it here and run my solution, I am getting correct output. If I check my solution, it is working fine. So the question that we have missed here, negative exponents, its code is here. I have done here. I forget to tell you about, like, I am copying that wrong one code from the VS Code. So without wasting your time, I want to speed up the I want to increase the speed of the video. For that I am not going to solve that error and all. So I will run this program and getting correct output. If I may check my solution for all the cases, it is working. So next problem statement is about the reverse the sequence. So here you can see this is our input we are getting. So we have to simply reverse these numbers. So if we reverse this, we will get as an output, we have to 0, 3 and 2 and 1. We will get input output as this. So if I would check its code, I'm simply making a reverse function and then making a call to that reverse function. If I would paste it here and running, I am getting the correct output. If I would check my solution for all the test cases, it is working fine. Here you can see like this we can call our function, and I am making here function name reverse, and in that I am taking first of all input from the user, and then I am checking any condition. Like at the last I am getting the number 0 wherever I would get this number, and then I am simply the reverse function doing the whatever input user is entering, I am making its reverse. So reverse is an inbuilt function in the Python that we are using here. So the next problem statement is about the Fibonacci number. So as I have told you in the previous videos, we have find their Fibonacci number. So Fibonacci number is starting from the 0 and then first number is 1. So the next number we will get is by adding the previous two numbers. So 0 plus 1 is 1, then we are getting the 2 number as 1, Then if we want to find the Fibonacci number as 3 is what 2. So as I've done the same problem statement in the previous question, so there is no need to explain. Here is the index given of the Fibonacci number, and on the 6th index number 8 is present. So I have told you that. If you don't know, then you can check my playlist and you can find there like how we can find the Fibonacci number. So I will copy its code from here and paste it here, and let's run this code, and it is working fine. So there is no need to explain in this, it is too simple. Basically, first of all, we are taking input from the user, and then we are making a Fibonacci function, and in that we are as we know, like number if our n is 1 or n is 2, then we are returning simply 1. So then we are simply adding both the numbers, and that's it we have to do here. And then we are seeing the next problem statements of the two-dimensional arrays. In that, first problem statement is about we have to find the maximum. So firstly, I will remove this unnecessary stuff from here. And that, first of all, if you know like what are the multi-dimensional arrays, so multi-dimensional arrays is nothing but they are the matrix, similar, they are the matrix only. So in the matrix we have given as such that we have 3 rows and 4 columns. Here you can see here whatever input is given to the user, it has 3 rows, 1 2 and 3, and 4 columns, this 1 2 3 and 4. So we have to print here what we have to simply print here the maximum number in the rows and the column. So here you can see in the input the maximum number in the whole array is 5, and it is coming in the row number second and in the column number 2. So that's it we have to print. Let's see its code in the VS Code, and I will close this. We are on the arrays, so I will copy this and simply paste it here. If I would run this, I am getting the correct output. If I check my solution for all the test cases, it is working fine. So here we are doing nothing but we are taking 2 numbers input from the user, that is row and the column, and then we are assigning maximum row and the max column as 0, and then we are iterating our whole row and whole column. So we are using here nested loops. First loop will start until this for loop will iterate over the whole rows, and the second one iterate over the whole columns, and then we are simply printing that. And the next problem statement is about snowflake. So snowflake is nothing but the stars that are in the snow. So its shape is something as like we have stars. So that's it we have to do here. So whatever user will enter, we have to make a star of that. So we have to print here a square matrix. So square matrix has equal number of rows and columns. So let's see code for it. Here you can see we are making a star, this. So we have to do this. So if I would copy its code from here and simply paste it in the Snakify and run this, you can see I'm getting the correct output. If I would check my solution for all the test cases, it is working fine. So I'm also getting a message correct, congratulations. So we are taking here 3 numbers input from the user, that is A, then N, then N, K, and simply K I am finding from here. How? First of all, I am dividing my N by 2, then I am iterating over the whole loop and checking like where we have to, you can read from the problem statement where we have to place this dot and where we have to place this star. Next problem statement is about the chessboard, and in that I will show you what we have to find. So I will firstly remove all this unnecessary stuff from here, and here we have given number of rows in the columns. So we have to print here a matrix with 3 rows and 4 columns, and simply we have to print the stars also between them. So you can check here condition what is given where we have to place star and all. I will simply show you the code of it and explain you that code. So I will copy this code and simply paste it on the Snakify and run it and check. Yeah, I am getting the correct output here. And if I would check my solution for all the test cases, it is, I hope it is also working fine for all the test cases. So Next, if I can explain this code though, so we are taking here two numbers input from the user, that is the rows and the columns, and simply as we know, like in the chessboard, there is one shaded spot and other is faint one. So if you can see here, I will show you the chessboard. Chessboard is something as like this. Here you can see one is colored and other is white. So we have to like this, where is white, there we are printing simply this dot, and where we have this colored one, there we are printing this asterisk sign. So the next is about the diagonal parallel to the main. So we have to print here a matrix whose element of the diagonal is only here you can see the pattern. So in this whole pattern here you can see this diagonal elements are the zeros, and whatever the elements I have in this row, same number of elements I am having in the I can say column. So let's see code for it. So I will copy its code from the VS Code and simply paste it there. So this type of pattern type questions, first of all, if we have given an output as such, so first of all let's see its pattern and all, and you can able to solve that. So if I run this, I'm getting the correct output, and also my code is working for all the test cases. So let's see the side diagonal problem. In that, firstly I will remove this unnecessary stuff from here, and here you can see this, here again we have the same pattern. So whatever in the rows we are getting here, we are printing that same thing in our column also. So that's it we have to do here, and let's see the code for it. So this problem statement is about side diagonal. So I will copy its code from here and simply paste it there and run this. I'm getting the correct output. If I check my solution for all the test cases, it is also working fine. So here we are simply taking input from the user, and then simply whatever condition we have here for finding this, whatever numbers we are getting on the rows and all, so we are applying here. So next problem statement is about the swap the column. So we have to simply swap the columns in this problem statement. So here you can see the problem statement. We have to swap the column number 1 with column number 0. So our column starts from the 0, and let's see code for it. Here you can see this is our input, and here it is given which column we have to swap. So we have to swap 0th row and first column. So this is our 0th row and first column. So we have to swap it. So if we swap this with we have to swap 0th column with first column, sorry. So yeah, here you can see this column will get in the place is placed in the position of the first one column. Here you can simply see here we are doing the swapping. So if I would copy this code from here, so and let's paste it on the Snakify and check is it working. Yeah, it is working fine, and let's check it for all the solution. It is also working fine. So let's see the next problem statement. Next problem statement is about the scale a matrix. So I will first of all remove this unnecessary stuff from here, and simply here you can see we have given number 2, and this is similar in all problems, like we have given number of rows and number of columns, and here we have given a condition here. We have to we have given a 2. So what 2 means here? So we have to multiply this 2 with whole the matrix. So if I multiply 2 with 11, I am getting 22, and similar to whole number of matrix I am multiplying it with 2, so I am getting this output. So let's see its code in the VS Code. So this problem statement is about scale a matrix, and simply I would copy this code from here and paste it in on the my Snakify. So if I would check my solution, yeah, I am getting the correct output. I am multiplying 2 with all the numbers, I'm getting the fine output. So let's see the next problem statement, which is about the multiplying the two matrices. If you have known the basics of the how we can multiply two matrix, so basically we have to multiply the one row with the we have to multiply this matrix. So this is very basic problem. You must have to know like how we can multiply to matrix. So whatever the input we have in the rows, we have to multiply it with the matrices of the another one with its columns. So when if we can do this, and then simply we can add, and then we get the output. So let's see its code for the from the VS Code, and copy it and paste it on the Snakify. And if I would check my solution, it is working fine, and it is giving me the correct one output. And if I would check my solution, it is working fine for all the test cases. So let's see the next problem statement, which is about sets. And in the sets, first of all, problem statement is about we have to find a distinct number. So first of all, I would remove this number of unnecessary input from there. So basically sets we can consider like this. So we have given this curly braces. So in that whatever elements are there, they can be considered as tuples or maybe in sets. So in sets we have some operations like intersection, joint, and many others. So I will show you directly the input. So first problem statement, number of distinct element. Here you can see this is a number of this is an input that we have given here, and this is a set of numbers, and in that we have to see here what are the distinct elements. So 1, 2 and 3 are the only distinct element, and 2 is coming twice and 1 is also, so we have to simply print the 3. So let's see the code for it. I would close this and simply opening the set, and first of all let's see the within this single line of code we can able to print our distinct element. So if I would check this, I am getting the correct one, so there is no need to explain in this. If I would check my solution for all the test cases, it is also working fine. So if I would check my next problem statement, it is about the number of equal numbers, and I would remove all this unnecessary stuff from here. The number of equal numbers, in that we have to use the count method, and I have told you about the count method in my previous videos. If you don't know, then you can check them all. So here we have given an input as such, and we have to see here we have given 3 and 3 twice in the both rows, and in 2 and 2 in the both. So we can calculate here 2 and 3 we are getting twice. So if we can count its number, so we are getting two times there. So we can simply see its code from the VS Code. This problem statement is about equal numbers, and I would copy this and simply paste it here in the VS Code, and with this one single line of code I can able to find how we can check our numbers which are equal. So my code is also working for all the test cases. Let's see the next problem statement, which is about the intersection of sets. So I will remove this unnecessary stuff from here, and these are the the sets which are given to us, and we have to see here like whatever the distinct elements we have given, whatever the same number of elements we have given, 3 and 2. So we have to consider it only once, and we have to simply print them. So if I would copy its code from here and simply paste it here, I can also check my solution for all the test cases. It is also working fine. So next problem statement is about has a number has been encountered before or not. I will remove this unnecessary stuff from here, and here you can compare both pairs 1 and 2. Is 1 is coming twice, so simply we will print no. If the number is coming twice, then we can print that yes. As in the after the 3 onwards, you can see 2 is coming twice, then we are printing here yes. So that's it, we have to find here. And let's see its code in the VS Code, and this is the code for it, and let's copy it and paste it on the Snakify and run it, and let's check it for all the solutions. Yeah, it is working fine. Simply we are doing here what we are taking input from the user, and then simply iterating over the whole set that we have given here, and then simply printing yes and no if you are getting same number again. Yeah, next problem statement is about finding the cubes. We'll remove this unnecessary stuff from here, and we have given as such this is as this output, and let's see its code in the VS Code. So cubes, yeah, I will copy this code from here and simply paste it there. You can read this problem statement yourself only. I would simply I would provide you the code and all, so you can check it from the description. So if I would run this code and check it for all the solution, my code is working fine. So next problem statement is about the finding the distinct words in the sum text. First of all, I would remove this unnecessary stuff from here. So, and we have given here input. As such, we have 4 number of lines we have given, and then then some text here. Say whatever number of here, give whatever number we have given here, same number of text lines we have also given here, and we have to check which the numbers which are distinct. So there might be condition like same numbers like C here, they are coming twice in the 4 lines, so we have to consider them in one time. So that like this we have to check for all the string length of the string which is given here. For all that we have to find the distinct element. So let's see its code in the this, yeah, only by these 3 lines of code we can able to check the distinct element. So for that we are using here range function, and then simply we are getting the correct output. If I would check my solution for all the test cases, it is also working fine. Next problem statement is about the guess the number. If you have ever played the game of number guessing, you will know its rules and all, and there is no need to explain about its rules and all. So simply if we find the number, we will print yeah we have find the number. If we would not be able to find the number, then we would simply print like no, you can try another one and something like that if you have ever played then. So first of all, we have this number of guesses, and if this game plays between 2 players. If the one player will have the secret number and another player have to guess that secret number. So if it would not be able to find that guess number, then he can also use that help, and whatever numbers remaining we have to simply print that in the descending order. So that is that's it about the problem. If we run this, we are getting correct output, and if we check our solution for all the test cases, it is also working fine. So let's see the next problem statement. This is about the poly codes. Poly means many, and here in the problem statement what is given as to us. So we have given like there are number of students as 3, and the number of languages spoken by them. So 3 number of students here and 3 languages spoken by them, and then first student will speak only 1 language, and second student will speak 2, 3, and likewise. So we have to print here which students is able to speak the least language. So here you can see this one student, that is 1 number student is able to speak only 1 language, and this number 3 which is also able to speak this least language. So if I would copy its code from the VS Code, so we have to print that only like which student is able to speak least language. So if I would copy and paste it here, I am getting the correct output. If I would check my solution for all the test cases, it is also working fine. So the next last part which is remaining, so without making the video further lengthy and all, so I would try to cover it as quickly. So first problem is about the number of occurrences. So I am simply here you can see the string which one is given to us here. If it is coming twice, then we have to simply print there 1, and the strings which are distinct, in place of that string we have to print 0. So for that, let's see code. I will close this and simply print number of occurrences, and copy these 3 lines of code from here and simply paste it here. So there is no need to explain in the code. Basically we are doing from the video number 1, like how we can take input and how we can use split function and this generic method in the Python. This is length and all, and slices and all. So there is no need. So if I would check my solution, it is working fine for all the test cases. Next problem statement is about dictionary finding of meanings. So synonyms we have to find here, and see here we have given number of strings here as 3, and also a word given to us like which we have to find. So in this is a word and its meaning is given there, and this word meaning we have to find. So goodbye meaning we have to find. So meaning of goodbye means bye, so we have to print that in our output. So let's see its output. So this is about finding the synonyms. Even I am also sitting here from the starting of the video, So there might be some students who are getting bored here, so you can take a break in between it. Even if you feel something bored, if you are not getting something, then you can start from the fresh mind. And my solution is also working fine for all the test cases. So let's see the next problem statement. Next problem statement is about election in the USA. First of all, I will remove this unnecessary stuff, and here we have given a number of test cases, that is 5, and then we can simply, here you can see we have to simply, here we have same person here 3 times, and simply we have to add its value. So 10 plus 5 and then 1, this is 16. So m can value is 16, and then this is election about the prime minister's president for the USA finding. So let's see its code in the VS Code. So yeah, I will copy this. So simply we have to do, as I have told you, we have to simply do the addition and all, and let's copy and paste it here and check, is my solution? Yeah, it is working fine. And if I would check it, yeah. Next problem statement is about finding the most frequent word. So I will remove this unnecessary stuff from here, and you can see here the word like here banana, which is coming twice, so we have to simply print it. So see here, frequent word. Let's see its code in the VS Code, and I will simply copy this and paste it on the Snakify and run this. I'm getting the correct output which I want, and if I check my solution, it is also working fine. Next problem statement is about access rights. Okay, so this is problem statement related to file and all. So here it is given as condition for writing in the file. We have this this we can use W for writing the file. For reading the file we can use R, and for executing. So if we can able to read, write and execute, then we will print yeah, okay for every statements. And if we can't be able to access the file, then we will simply print access denied. And okay, we will see this problem statement. So here as I have told you, you can simply make a variable name access permission, and that you can simply pass a list of you can pass here set. And if I may run my solution, yeah, it is working fine. It is also matching with my test cases, and if I would check it, it is working fine for all the test cases. Next problem statement is about countries and the cities, and here I have to find the countries and the cities. So I will remove this unnecessary stuff from here, and here is given 3 countries. So we are given as such, we are given first of all a number n, and same number according to the number of n we are getting a number of text lines, and then that we have to given another number n, and in that we have given some names of the cities. So we have to check like this city is located in which country. So like here in our case, first city is Cardiff, so it is located in UK, so we have to print that. So likewise we have to check for all the cases. If I check see my it's in my VS Code and copy it and paste it here, and if I would run, I am getting the correct one output. And if I would check my solution, it is working fine. So next problem statement is about the frequency analysis. So I would copy its code, frequency analysis. Okay, so here is simply we have to see here, first of all we have given a number n and a number of text lines here, and starting from the last, here you can see its frequencies 1, 2 and 3 and 4. So we have to check for the 4 number of frequencies text lines. So first one is this, second one is this, then third one is this. You can simply check here, the last number is this one, and after that we have to print it on the descending order, then this and then this, and then simply the number which is coming twice, we can't be able to replicate it, we would print simply that. And its number this number occurrence is more as compared to other numbers, so you can compare it. And let's see its code, and so this last one, I would copy this and paste it here, and if I would check, I'm getting the correct output. If I would check my solution, it is also working fine for all the rest cases. Next problem, last one, is about the English Latin dictionary. So this is also similar to previous one problem. We have given a number n and number of text here, and simply see here we have given this one, and we have to check here how many numbers we are getting twice. And here you can see some numbers are also coming in here in the punishment and all, whatever the key, and this is our key and this is our value. So we have to check it, like here you can see this first one in the output, it is given as beka. So and next one is again beka. So these are nothing but these are the fruit. So you can see here 7 number of lines we get in output, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7, and its value are like as it is. So we have to print this. So let's see its code in the VS Code. So this problem statement is about yeah, I would copy this and paste it here and check if it is working fine. Yeah, it is working fine. And if I would run this and check if my solution is working for all the test cases, yeah, it is working. So that's it. By this problem we have covered all the problems of the Snakify in Python. So if you feel like this playlist has really helped you in increasing your logical skills to some extent only, you can keep supporting me for making such videos further. And I hope some of the doubts which are you having in your mind I have cleared. And if you are facing any other problem, you can comment me, I would really help you. And that's it about this video. And you can press the bell icon for if I would make any other video, you can get it by you will get its notification. So yeah, thank you.